Peace, YouTube. Welcome to Success House, where we help you build success brick by brick. My name is Eddie Gerard from Success Definers. Thank you to our sponsor, Lemonade Insurance. Lemonade Insurance covers a variety of insurance options. It's quick to apply. I have a link in the description below. Looking for anything from renters to car insurance to life insurance term, please check them out. If you already have those types of insurance, you still can go ahead and go through the process and see if they can save you some money. So thank you for that. Today, I want to talk about goals versus objectives because sometimes they're used interchangeably and we don't want to do that. We don't want to use things interchangeably. We want to be intentional. We want to be focused. So I'm at a remote location because, like I said earlier, children are on Christmas break, and so my home studio is a no-go. Way too loud for me to even attempt to put together a video. So I am at the local library doing this. I don't know if this light is going to be a problem, but we shall see. Shout out to the chesting up YouTubers out there. I see also goals versus objectives, right? And let's just break down what a goal is versus an objective, right? A goal is a very broad, item or a very broad plan. That's what we want to say. Whereas an objective is very specific. So goals are good to point you in the right direction. Objectives are good to build strategy around. All right. So we're going to go between the differences of a goal versus an objective. All right. So first of all, again, a goal is broad. Like a goal is, I want to be rich, I want to be wealthy, I want to leave a bunch of money to my children, I want to leave things to my children, right? The objective of the same thing is going to be very specific. Like I want to be a millionaire. I want $1 million in savings. And not only do I want $1 million in savings, but I want $1 million in savings by 2025. I'm planning to get that by setting aside XYZ per month into my investment account, right? So objective is going to be very detailed and itemized, basically like the steps. That's what we're going to say. A goal is a destination and the objective is the steps to get to the destination and what you're going to do once you're in the destination, right? So like I want to go to Chicago, as opposed to I want to go to Chicago and see the Sears Tower and get a authentic Chicago style hot dog, right? So goals versus objectives. Another key difference is goals are intangible, right? So they're not something that you're going to be able to put your hands on. They're not something that you're going to be able to materialize, whereas an objective is a very tangible thing. It's going to be stuff that you can touch. It's going to be stuff that you can put your hands on. Again, that analogy of I want to be rich as opposed to I want to make $114,000 in 2022, right? So you can't really put your hand on rich, right? But you can put your hand on a specified amount of money. So a goal is going to be intangible and an objective is going to be tangible. So another goals versus objective difference is goals are going to be abstract, right? Like I want to make my family, want to improve my family's lifestyle, right? That's an abstract idea because who's to say what's an improvement and what does that look like for different members of your family? Whereas an objective would be, I want to own multiple homes and then land contract them or seller finance them to members of my family so that they can achieve home ownership, which is bridge to wealth building in America, right? So those, again, abstract idea versus a very precise idea versus a very concrete idea where it's like, I want to end world hunger, right? Opposed to, or versus, I want to pass out sandwiches every Saturday to the homeless for the rest of my life, right? So again, the goals are going to be big and astronomical, whereas objectives are going to be like narrow and focused and streamlined. And one is not necessarily better than the other. I would venture to say you should seek to do both. You should try to have goals and objectives, right? But why are we talking about goals and objectives? Well, goals are going to get you started. Objectives are going to get you further. Goals are going to get you started. Objectives are going to get you further. And you paint pictures. You paint pictures for funding, and you paint pictures for partnerships, and you paint pictures to um, get support with objectives, right? Goals is for you to get up off the couch, get motivated to go and impact lives. But an objective is going to actually get it done. I believe that an objective is actually going to get it going. All right, so how do you transition from goals to objectives? Well, first, you want to be able to define your goals. You want to be able to break them down, and you want to be able to know how you're going to achieve that goal. One way to know if you can achieve the goal is measure it, right? Like, so you want to improve your siblings. You have siblings and they're struggling financially, and you want to improve their lifestyle. So how do you do it? All right, so in 4 years, I will have helped or assisted each one of my siblings in owning their own home, or I will have worked closely with them to get them financially lit or educated so that they're financially lit. I will encourage them to invest in the stock market, things like that. So those are objectives, right? Like by the end of this year, everybody that I'm related to that I talk with, they're going to be invested in the stock market or crypto or real estate, or we're going to start an investment group and put our money together, and we're going to, right? So again, goals, objectives, right? You have this goal, but how do you get it done? Measure it, right? Is your idea measurable? If your idea is not measurable, it's probably a goal. Nothing wrong with a goal. If you can measure it, I want to have $150,000 in sales. That is an objective, and that's a beautiful thing. Here's another way to determine if your idea is either a goal or an objective, right? It's a goal if you tell it to people and they don't know how they can help without you specifically telling them how they can help, right? So I'm starting a barber shop is a goal, right? I'm starting a barber shop where we're going to cut hair for the homeless on Saturdays and Sundays, and I'm looking to form a team that can help me get the word out to their circles of influence so that we can let every homeless person know in the area that we're cutting hairs for free on the corner of Division and Hall from 2 to 3. If I hear the second, I know exactly how I can help. I can text people easily. That doesn't even cost me anything. Whereas the goal, I have to guess or wait until you invite me to help you, right? So again, there's nothing wrong with a goal, because saying that I want to start a barbershop is going to get you moving in the right direction, right? But having a specific objective is going to allow potential partners, potential funders, potential community groups to stand behind you and move your idea forward, right? So if you have a great idea, if you've been putting out some great energy and nobody is really supporting or rallying around you to help you get to the next level, before you accuse them of not supporting you, ask yourself, have you shared your goals or have you shared your objectives, right? And I truly believe that if you take a second to determine which you've been sharing, you will see how or why people are or are not supporting your idea. An objective is something that people can stand behind because they know what it takes to get done, right? Um, we're having Thanksgiving dinner at my house next year is a goal, right? An objective is we're having Thanksgiving dinner next year at my house. Everybody bring a dish to pass. That's it. It's just that simple. One of them is broad and it can be interpreted anyway. And then you're gonna have some good people who are gonna say, should I bring anything? Do you need me to bring anything? Those are the early adopters to your idea, so they exist, right? But then you got people that just show up and they didn't know that they were supposed to bring. So that's the goal. An objective where it's like if you're coming, bring something. If you can't bring nothing, then you might not should come, right? So those are the things that right there is a key break to your success house, right? To be able to go from goals, which should be internal for you and your team, to objectives, which should be external for your team and your community. And there's a little overlap in both, all right? And if you need to discuss goals versus objectives, or you have goals and you want to make some outcomes and objectives that make sense for your community, please reach out to me. www.successdefiners.com. We're there to help. We're ready to help. Don't worry about it. Shoot me an email in the description, and let's start moving forward. When you get up today, remember to live your dreams. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Share a thought below. Peace.